All right, so there's a video of Dr. Umar that's going viral on the internet right now. I'm going to play the video in a few. But at this point, if you ask me though, I think Dr. Umar is a scammer. He's a con artist. And he's also a comedian by default. Yo, we have been waiting for the school for the past 10 years. All he talks about is like Cash App. Send me Cash App. Snow Bunny for never. Black Queens forever. Listen. He speaks a lot of facts, which I do agree with. A lot of them, not all, but a lot of them I do agree. He has done a lot of work in the black community. That's good, all that. But when it comes to money, Dr. Umar seems to be a little fishy. He had some tax issues in the prior years with his taxes, things of the nature. Honestly, I don't even know how he makes money, though. But also, there's this video, like I said at the beginning, of Dr. Umar that's going viral. A video of him asking for money. So let me just go ahead, play the video, and I'm just going to put my two and two together. All right. So this is the video here.
This morning, I received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple dollars. This morning, I received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple dollars. I logged into my account just to check my balance because I haven't done so since I left for South Africa back on July 10th. Only to discover that I could not log into my account. So then I called the bank to find out what was going on. And the bank told me to enter my 16-digit card number. I did that. They told me they had no record of my account.
Man, let me say this, man. I'm sorry if I cut it off, Brian. But let me say this. Based on what he said, it seems like he hasn't checked his bank account in the past maybe 10 years because this video was dropped like maybe a couple days ago, 3 days ago. So today's the 28th, right? So since he left for South Africa on the 10th, so the 28th, so he hasn't checked his bank account for the past 10 years. Mind you, this is the only two bank accounts that he has, personal and business. So someone who's on the go traveling doesn't even check his bank account. This shit makes no sense to me, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, it makes no sense. I don't care how much money you have. Usually we check a bank account at least once a day or every 2 days. Everybody's different, but especially if you are traveling, you want to know how much you do have in your bank account. All right, so let me continue. And also, he said that he called the bank. They said that they have no record of his account. Let me continue.
They had no record of my account. The bank that I've been with since I was a teenager told me they had no record of my account. So then I called the bank. And the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen. Both bank accounts have been frozen.
All right, so let me make it make sense. Right? If they don't have any record of your bank account, how do they know that your account has been frozen? It does not make sense to me. Or maybe I just misunderstood what he meant, but they have no record of his account. But if the bank has no record of your account, how do they know even the account has been frozen? Because the account doesn't exist to them. They don't see nothing. But how do they know at the same time that your account has been frozen? All right, let me continue here.
Both bank accounts have been frozen. And I was told that there is an investigation into my personal account as well as the school account. I asked them, was this due to suspicion of any fraud on my part? I was told that it was not due to suspicion of any fraud on my part, but I was told that it was due to suspicion of fraudulent activity. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account.
All right, man, let me say this, man. He wouldn't take you that long for you to find out if there's fraudulent account activities in your account. With technology nowadays, you might either get a text message from the bank You might get an email. You might get a mail. A mail might take a little longer, but the email is going to be immediately, or a text message. Maybe he hasn't signed up to that. And sometimes they'll even call you the same day they see something suspicious in your account. They'll give a phone call. Unless he was on the go, he was traveling, he doesn't have like the roaming service, they cannot reach him out of the country. But usually they will give a phone call, and it just doesn't make sense to me. You being overseas, you traveling, you don't even check your bank account, so you just swiping your debit card like you work for the Congress, like you got money like that. It's a little fishy, but let me continue, man.
I was told that someone has been trying to gain access into my personal account and the FDMG account. Brothers and sisters, if you have sent a donation to FDMG, let's give it until the end of the month to see if this gets cleared up. They have given me no definitive timeline as to when their investigation will conclude. They have given me no definitive timeline as to when their investigation will conclude. If you have sent a check or money order donation to FDMG, let's wait until August the 1st, Black August, and see if this situation has gotten cleared up.
All right, usually if your bank account gets frozen, you will make a phone call. That happened to me before. I ain't got money like that. Like Dr. Umar, I know he has more money in the bank than me, that's for sure. But usually when that happens, if you need access to your funds, what it will do, you make a phone call. They will ask you some security questions. And if you get all those security questions correct, they might unfroze your bank account. So the fact that he's saying that they're doing an investigation and they don't have a time frame when the account will be unfroze, to me it seems like there's something about the story that he's not telling us, or he doesn't know, right? Because I follow Dr. Umar, I follow the news a lot, and in the past years I know that Dr. Umar has issues with taxes, right, with the IRS, because the way he was filing his taxes, it was a little fraudulent. So maybe, I'm just putting two and two together, maybe the IRS just decided to dig into the account, or decided to do some investigation. They'll reach out to the banks, or the bank. I don't know how many banks he has. They reach out to the bank and they froze the account. All right. But this still doesn't make sense to me, how you can go days without checking your bank account. And him saying that he's not able to send his friends who ask him for money, that means your card is not working unless you're using your account number. Sometimes it works that way. You can use your account number to send somebody money. But if you are on the go, like he said, he was on a vacation, he went to South Africa, I believe you are using your debit card unless he has a credit card, right? I might be mistaken. But if you have a debit card, your account has been frozen, you swipe your card, transaction won't go through. No transaction won't go through. So how are you able? Well, listen, he said, scratch the credit card part, because he said he has no money, meaning he only has two options, those business account and personal account. So there's no credit card. So if you were overseas on a vacation, that means you got to swipe cards unless you went with a bunch of cash, right? I'm just putting two and two together here. So, but if you were overseas, you had your your debit card, and your account was frozen, your debit card will not work. It doesn't matter if you are in the States or not in the States. So how are you able to go so many days without noticing that your debit card doesn't work? Based on what he said he has no money. That means no cash, unless he's lying, because he's a con artist. That means no cash, no credit card. Now he's asking for people to do donations as usual. Bro, man, I had faith in Dr. Umar, but I'm kind of disappointed. At this point, he started looking more like a joke to me. Yeah, but let me continue, man. We got a few more minutes left for this video here.
They told me they sent me a letter to this point on July the 10th, the day that I left for South Africa. I was told that the timeline of suspicious activity was June 25th to July the 10th. I was told that the timeline for suspicious activity was between June 25th. That's when Medea went public. Everybody knows who Medea is. July 25th.
All right. So I believe Medea, speaking of Medea, he's referring to a chick that he used to clap cheeks back in Kansas City. You know, there was another video of Dr. Umar that went viral. He's talking about this chick's the chick's box was stink. Let me see if I can get the video here for you guys. Let me see. There's a video of Dr. Umar talking about ex-girlfriend stinky box, stinky punani, stink. How can I say stinky? Let me just put it. All right. So Gabriel knows nigga. There was okay, doctor. Okay, that's Medea. That's Medea. That's who he's referring as Medea. Okay, let me see.
All right, y'all. I am back with another Dr. Umar discovering this chant. All right. So let's get to it.
That's Medea.
He said you the throat go.
Then doctor was clapping them cheeks. I ain't gonna lie, she looks like Medea. Yo, doctor, like I said, Umar is a comedian by default. Bro, she looks like Medea. Oh lordy, but you were clapping Medea. Dog, you were clapping this? Oh lordy. Hey, I'm sorry, man. People like what he like. I ain't nothing wrong with clapping Medea, man. He like them chicks. You know, maybe that cooch is wiping. That cooch was good as a motherfucker, all right? But if you were clapping it, now you don't clap no more. Don't talk shit about the coochie that you used to clap. You used to go nuts in there. You used to like give a head all day for 1 hour, bruh. Please. But let's see. So this is Medea, all right?
That's
this is Medea.
true. Bitch, what my wife?
That shit is petty as a motherfucker.
Guys, but yet he's consistently sleeping with black women, unprotected, not marrying them, not taking care of the babies that he makes, but yet protect the black queen.
Yeah, he's our
Damn, dog likes big woman, huh? Okay.
biggest predator.
How did you and Dr. Umar meet?
I reached out to him because I saw him on the Breakfast Club. I think he had that damn picnic basket jacket on or whatever. I told him that I was having issues with my son. He basically gave me a generic response. I hit him up again when my son started acting out again, and I was a little bit more in depth. I sent a picture of, the family, basically like, here's everything, what's going on, here's my family, this is my son that introduced me to your work. He has autism. He's 6'2" right now, so
But anyway, I get an idea. I'm not going to play the whole video, but this is Medea who is referring to. But let me go back to the video of Dr. Umar asking for cash app and donations. Donations. I like how he says it though. But let me continue.
That's when Medea went public. July the 10th, that's when I left for South Africa. July the 10th, that's when I left for South Africa. So y'all know
Medea went public. Yo, doctor's funny. I ain't gonna lie. He got on point.
Medea and Pastor Bussy.
Pastor, who's Pastor Bussy?
To get into my account.
Nah,
and
man.
If we find out that's the case, they will be sued and possibly arrested because fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense. Fraudulent activity on a bank account is federal offense. Fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense. Again, June 25th to July 10th is the period of suspicious activity. That is from the time Medea went public and I left for South Africa. So brothers and sisters, if you want to make a donation to FDMG, you must send it to PayPal. Hold off on the checks and money orders until the situation is resolved.
Up in the school
Hold
first.
off on all
FDMG
Academy money order and check donations until the situation is resolved.
Well, we have been donating for the past 10 years, bro. Still no school. You've been showing videos of the school. Yo, dog, please, man. Like, people ain't gonna take you serious at this point, dog. You are not credible anymore. Although you speak facts most of the time, but bro, come on, man. 10 years to build a school? I know it's a private school. I know you're not taking money from anybody else, but bro, come on, man.
If you want to make a donation to FDMG, send it through PayPal. Right? PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. If you want to make a donation to the school, hold off on checks and money orders until we find out what the hell is going on. The bank is investigating the fraudulent attempts on our account. If I find out Medea and Pastor Bush had anything to do with this, I was told that they can be arrested for federal offense.
Pastor Bush?
I was told they can be arrested for federal offense.
Who's that?
I was told they can be arrested for federal offense. Now, with that being said, brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary.
What happened to the Cash App?
Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother and myself until my bank account is
how about your kids? You got 2 daughters, bro.
Canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. My personal PayPal account is Umar the Psychologist at yahoo.com. So that's paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/UmarThePsychologist, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or hit my Apple Pay using my cell number 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. I've never asked the people for $1. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for Boys. I don't have any sons. I have 2 daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve.
All right.
Man, that's enough, man. That's enough of Doct, man. At this point, bro, Doct is a scammer to me, man. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this, man. Other than that, catch you next time. Peace and family. I'm out.